Mo, you got the Bucks versus the Cowboys.
God damn it, yo. I'm not even paying attention.
Oh Lord have mercy. All right, the Bucks. It's hard. All right, so the Bucks versus Cowboys. Coaching. The only reason I'm taking McCartney is because of experience. That's the only reason. No respect to Todd Bowles. I'm glad he got another opportunity because the Jets situation is bad.
Mm-hmm.
But only because of experience and he got that Super Bowl ring, I'm gonna say McCartney. Defense overall. If you talk about total body of defense, I'm gonna take Tampa Bay. With those 2D tackles, with them bringing in Hicks from Chicago and Villa Vea, and you talk about the whole secondary, I'm gonna take Tampa Bay. Offensively, I'm gonna take offensively. Oh man, I'm still gonna take Tampa, and both of them gonna have issues. Both of them gonna start slow necessarily, but only because Tampa is Tom Brady to go. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay offensively. I'm gonna shock some people what I'm about to say.
We go.
I think I'm a firm believer in pressure can break pipes. Pressure can break pipes. So I think because of the pressure they know that's on them, they're gonna come out and play hard. I'm gonna take Dallas week 1, 28-24. Oh, pick a shocker.
Oh boy.
What?
Tampa with the offensive line, I think they're gonna make a mistake, and I think Dallas gonna get them 28-24.
Okay, Mr. Man.
All right. Okay. All right. Actually, Coach Todd Bowles' first year, I think he's a better coach than Mike McCarthy. But because Mike McCarthy did just go to the playoffs, got to give him respect. So I got Mark McCarthy having the edge here, very slightly though, very slightly, like a smidget. The offense. I mean, come on, guys. I like Dallas's offense, right? And they're pretty good. They got Dak Prescott, they got Zeke Elliott, they got CeeDee Lamb, and that's it. Oh no, they got Dustin Schultz too, and Tony Pollard, but that's it. Compared to their offense last year with Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, Zeke, Dalton Schultz, my man Cedric Wilson. None of those pieces are here, and I gotta give the edge of the offense to Tampa. Now I know Tom Brady missed 11 games. I know he did, and I know the offensive line is a little crazy, but you got Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, Scotty Miller. Then they got Rachaad White as like the backup running back. Got to give the edge to Tampa. It's got to. The offense is better. Now the defense. Now, to be honest, Dallas defense is good. DeMarcus Lawrence, Anthony Barr, Vander Esch, Michael Parsons, of course, Trayvon Diggs, Malik Hooker. That's good, but it's not Tampa Bay's defense. We broke down Tampa's Bay defense when we did our 32 teams. We all said Tampa Bay's defense is elite, right? They got Vita Vea, Akeem Hicks, right? They're linebackers. Devin White, Lamonte David, and Shaquille Barrett. That is sick. That's sick, man. Right? And then you have their corners. You got Carlton Davis and then Antoine Winfield Jr. And then you got Todd Bowles running it. They got the same defensive coordinator they had last year, so they know the system, and it's gonna be bomb. So I can't really wait for this game, but I think it's gonna be just like it was last year. Now, listen, man. I was talking to one of my coworkers. Shout out to Ellison. He said this. He was like, if Tampa Bay gets more than 80 yards, Dallas is going to lose the game. And yes, if Tampa Bay gets more than 80 rushing yards, Dallas is going to lose the game. And I thought back and I sat back and was like, wait a minute. You know what? At first I picked Dallas. And then something hit me, Mo. Stay off the weed. I'm picking the Bucks, man. And it's gonna be the Bucks are gonna win 31-21.
Okay, Mr. Man.
All right, Craig.
Okay. For coaching, I'm not a fan of Mike McCarthy, but Todd Bowles is in his first season coaching the Bucks. But he has been around the block before, so it's nothing new for him. But this is tough, man. Just because, like, I normally don't like picking first-time head coaches, at least with the first time with a new team or whatever. But man, Mike McCarthy's so bad with his clock management and the team's discipline and everything like that. But I'm going slightly like you did, James, Mike McCarthy, just because he's been there. The team went 12-5 last year. They had a really, really good year. But man, like if he was probably going up against almost anybody else, I can't take him. As far as the offensive side goes, Dallas lost a lot with their line. The line has gotten worse. The receiving core has gotten worse. Zeke Elliott's getting older. He doesn't seem like the same guy he was a couple years ago. I do like Tony Pollard. He's probably one of the better, probably a top 5, I guess, spellback or a second running back that teams have. But I mean, obviously, Dak Prescott he got paid like a number 1 top quarterback, so he's got to prove it still on the field. CeeDee Lamb, this is his opportunity to become that number 1 receiver that I think Dallas needs because they don't really have anybody else. Gallup he's hurt. Who knows when he's coming back? I do like Talbot as a sneaky number 2, at least for this week, to see what he can do. It's going to be kind of the same situation that a lot of not a lot, but some of the bigger teams like Kansas City and Green Bay have to deal with, where you only have one guy or maybe not even any guy. But and you got some no names out there trying to prove himself, like Jalen Tolbert. So we'll see what he can do. As far as Tampa goes, like I want to see if Chris Godwin should be he's back. I think he's going to play this week. Mm-hmm. So that's big for Tampa. Then you also, I mean, when you have now, I'm not high on Julio Jones, especially the last couple of years of Julio Jones, but Julio Jones as your number 3 or possibly even number 4. I mean, that's tough. You got who's coming off of an okay season with Atlanta, but he's coming over here. He's probably going to be the number 3, maybe the number 4 between what Julio and him can do. Still have Scotty Miller, who's a burner. And then you obviously have Chris Godwin and you have Mike Evans, who, I mean, that's tough. Leonard Fournette is still there. Leonard Fournette caught a lot of passes last year. And now he doesn't have to worry about Ronald Jones. So he's going to be getting the bulk of the carries. And you got Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Now, their offensive line took a lot of hits as well. So if you want to
they did.
With Dallas's offensive line, I mean,
Dallas' offensive line is terrible.
Yeah. So overall, I'm taking Tampa. They had the better receiving core, had the better quarterback, and I think they have a slightly better offensive line. Defensive side, I'm not even going to waste time here taking the Bucks. I do think Dallas's defense wasn't great last year. If you take away the takeaways, take away the takeaways. The takeaways, they weren't that good. I mean, they were bottom half of the league last year overall. They were bottom half in stopping the run as well. So, your friend said they can run for 80 yards. I think they'll run for 80 yards.
He's a Dallas fan. He said that if Tampa Bay gets 80 or more rushing yards, he's like, the game's a wrap. I said, all right.
I think they have a chance easily to get 80 rushing yards, especially with the way that Leonard Fournette can run and the way that he was running later on in the season. So, I do think Tampa wins this game. They played each other last year, the first game of the season. Tampa won, and I don't see, and that was in Dallas, I believe. This one's at Tampa. Or was that in Tampa last year?
That
It might have been
was in Tampa.
because
That was
they
in Tampa.
won the championship, and this was in Tampa as well. I'm sorry. This was in Dallas. This was in Dallas.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one.
That's tough. I'm still picking the Bucks to come off with the upset. I guess you want to call it an upset since it's a road game, but I think the Bucks might.
Ain't no upset.
But I'm going with the Bucks. 34-23. I think the Bucks kind of roll on this one later in the second half and pull away.